Even though Dr. Now tries to help all of his patients, not everyone's weight loss journey was a successful one. Many of his guests did turn their lives around, however, and among them there are those whose stories blew everyone away, so stay tuned as in today's video we'll be checking out 11 of them. When Sean Milliken appeared on season 4 of the show back in 2016, the 26-year-old weighed over 900 pounds and had a massive growth protruding from his side and skin so stretched it was tearing apart. Milliken struggled with his weight since he was a child, and the situation got even worse when his parents divorced and he turned to food for comfort. As if that wasn't bad enough, after suffering a debilitating leg injury during his senior year of high school, he became bedridden and weighed at least 400 pounds. Still, when he turned to Dr. Now for help, Milliken managed to shed over 400 pounds over the course of his weight loss journey, and even after he lost his mother, he was still on the path to live a healthier and happier life. Unfortunately, that journey was cut short when Milliken was hospitalized after having trouble breathing due to an infection. Even though the medics managed to resuscitate him, his heart ultimately stopped a short time later and he passed away at the age of 29. When Marla McCants from Nashville appeared on the show, she couldn't even be weighed in the hospital and her weight was only estimated to be around 800 pounds. Also, thanks to her weight, she was bedridden and suffered from diabetes, gout, arthritis, and had a lymphedema, which caused Dr. Now to believe that she would die before she could get better. Marla didn't make Dr. Now's job easy though, as she kept skipping physical therapy and didn't even want to try and get up, so she was sent home. After some time, her worried daughter contacted Dr. Now again and he finally got her to try and stand up, which she managed to accomplish with some help. This gave Marla much needed encouragement, and after a whole year she had finally managed to shed 266 pounds and come down to 534. Marla didn't stop there, however, so 4 years after starting her weight loss journey, she managed to lose an astonishing 600 pounds in total. Up next we have Diana Bunch, whose food addiction was caused by a trauma during her childhood as she was molested when she was only 11. She started binge eating to the point where she got discharged from the Air Force because of her size, but that didn't stop her from getting bigger. When she weighed in at around 620 pounds, her niece convinced her to see Dr. Now and Diana finally turned her life around. By the time Dr. Now was done with her, Diana had lost 265 pounds thanks to a diet and removal of 70% of her stomach, becoming one of the most optimistic guests on the show whose troubled weight loss journey blew everyone away. After realizing that her weight presented a serious threat to both her health and her relationship, June McCamey finally decided to visit Dr. Now. June's girlfriend Sadie, who was buying fast food for her on a daily basis and taking care of her other needs, claimed that she was acting like an addict and that her fix was food. June steadily gained weight over the course of 4 pregnancies, but everything began spiraling out of control after the death of her 17-year-old son, and when she ultimately weighed in at 590 pounds, she got worried that her knees would give way and decided to do something about it. After going through gastric bypass surgery and excess skin removal, June finally started losing weight and ultimately lost over 200 pounds, not feeling suffocated and imprisoned in her own body after quite a while. To battle her obesity, Zalyn Whitworth chose something quite unusual. Instead of trying out diets and looking for ways to shed pounds and lose weight, she joined a fat acceptance organization and started flying all over the world to party with men who enjoyed the company of large women. Eventually, hating being that big, Zalyn decided to do something about it and turned to Dr. Now that marked the beginning of her weight loss journey. Ultimately, she lost more than half her body weight, but her 378-pound weight loss didn't sit well with her then-husband Gareth, who liked larger women and preferred his wife at an unhealthy weight. Fortunately for Zalyn, the two eventually got a divorce as she realized that she deserved a different kind of love. 39-year-old Paula appeared on the show in 2014, about 1 year after her husband had passed away from weight-related complications. His death was certainly a very tragic yet powerful motivation, as he had weighed over 600 pounds, and Paula herself was on her way to that number as well, weighing 542 pounds already. Worried that she could face the same fate as her late husband, the mother of 4 decided to finally tackle her obesity and even moved her family from Georgia to Houston, Texas in order to be closer to Dr. Now's office. Paula actually gained another 17 pounds during this stressful time and also faced a lot of other challenges along the way. For example, when she worked out for the first time, and it was a lot harder than she expected, so she rewarded herself with a burrito afterwards. However, in early 2015, her weight had dropped down to 269 pounds, and according to Women's World magazine, Paula later achieved amazing results, ultimately losing 400 pounds. Paula had started gaining weight after being molested at the age of 6, but she managed to tackle her issues head-on and has kept her weight down, weighing below 200 pounds till this day. She said that thanks to her weight loss, her relationship with her kids has also improved, and she now tries to teach them that eating healthy is best for you and can be fun too. Henry Foods, the second patient that appeared in My 600-Pound Life, became the show's first fan favorite as soon as the episode in season 1 aired due to his mild manners and determination. When he visited Dr. Now for the first time, he weighed 750 pounds but was full of hopes and dreams and intent on shedding weight for his health's sake as well as for his upcoming high school reunion. With the help of Dr. Now, Foods managed to drop over half of his body weight, getting down to around 275. Still, during his excess skin surgery procedure, Henry died on the operating table but was brought back to life. Speaking to the cameras, he said that he saw a white light and that it was just like having an out-of-body experience. There was the light to take me to heaven, but I wasn't ready for it because there's so much here on earth I haven't done yet, he said. Unfortunately, Foods passed away about 18 months after his episode aired, and an official cause of death was never revealed. All that can be said for sure is that he died a few months after being involved in a serious car accident, with his obituary only saying that Henry went home to be with the Lord. 3 years ago, Chad Dean found himself unable to do his job as a long-haul trucker due to the fact that he weighed around 700 pounds, which prevented him from getting into the truck in the first place. Instead of providing for his family, Dean was forced to rely on them for even the smallest things and to collect disability checks to keep them going. Since there was no indication that things are gonna turn for the better, his desperate wife Aisha made a video recording of him and applied for him to appear in My 600-Pound Life. Once the application was accepted, Chad realized how serious the situation was, so he completely dedicated himself to dropping 51 pounds on his own so Dr. Now would approve and perform bariatric surgery. Thanks to the popular reality TV show Doctor and the surgery, Dean lost 400 pounds and kept it off as well since his wife and kids were his motivation. Chad's commitment, well documented in his memoir titled I'm In Here Somewhere, Memoir of a Food Addict, blew everyone away as not everyone shows that amount of dedication. Another case worth mentioning is Nikki Webster, as she has achieved one of the most notable successes on the show. Nikki had a job as a costume designer, and as she kept gaining weight over the years, her obesity started affecting her job, so she decided to have weight loss surgery, believing that life was not meant to be as difficult as it was for her. Talking about her will to take her life into a healthier direction, Nikki said that we all live with pain and have trials to overcome, but being 650 pounds felt like her obstacles were never ending and that her only outcome was death and she wanted to live. Luckily for her, her friends, colleagues, and family were a big support to her as her dad lost 40 pounds in solidarity, so she was able to qualify for Dr. Now's gastric bypass surgery. Ultimately, Nikki managed to lose astonishing 450 pounds and couldn't believe how she used to live as her life had changed so drastically. Initially weighing around 800 pounds, Joe Wexler from season 3 was certainly one of Dr. Now's heaviest patients, and his story is nothing short of astonishing. Joe probably didn't even dream about the life he leads today, all thanks to his own will that impressed pretty much everybody, as he actually managed to shed 140 pounds on his own before Dr. Now helped him and performed gastric bypass surgery. Not only that, but Wexler completely turned his life around by staying on the healthy path and passing milestone after milestone, like getting skin removal surgery, being able to drive again, and ultimately losing 500 pounds. As it turned out, success does attract success, and in his follow-up segment, Joe revealed that he was dating a woman named Sarah. Soon enough, things got serious and the couple tied the knot, and Joe continued working on himself by taking online courses and landing a job in the IT sector. When Chuck Turner turned to food to find some comfort, it was for a horrific reason. The murder of his first wife marked the beginning of his depression and pushed the man on the path of severe weight gain. Even though Chuck eventually remarried and adopted a baby boy named Nathan with his second wife Nissa, his obesity was taking its toll. Eventually, Nissa took the child and split, leaving Chuck alone to battle his demons, and when he appeared in the second season of the show willing to turn his life around, he managed to lose enough weight to qualify for the weight loss surgery. Ultimately, Chuck lost nearly 2/3 of his body weight and lost incredible 433 pounds in total. Even though his marriage to Nissa couldn't be saved, Chuck's weight loss journey eventually made him meet the physical demands of his job, and he even considered expanding his business and hiring more people, which is something he would have never dreamed about before visiting Dr. Now. Thank you for checking this video out, and don't forget to smash that like button and also subscribe for new videos every day. Turn that bell notification on and comment down below that you subscribed, and we'll make sure to reply and thank as many of you as we possibly can. Once again, thank you for watching and see you next time.